Ibegbulem, who was labeled and paraded as an Eastern Security Network gunman and member of the indigenous people of Biafra, did audio after his release narrating how the army waylaid him, transferred him to the police, who then brought all of them to the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, where they were locked up in an underground cell. Kasma Ibegbulem, an oil worker who was arrested and detained by the Imo State Police Command after a raid for unknown gunmen, has narrated his ordeal in detention, saying the police locked him up in an underground cell and demanded 10 million naira as his bail. Ibegbulem, who was labeled and paraded as an Eastern Security Network gunman and member of the indigenous people of Biafra, did audio after his release narrating how the army waylaid him, transferred him to the police, who then brought all of them to the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, where they were locked up in an underground cell. Sahara reporters on June 3rd reported that the 40-year-old oil worker and father of one who was wrongly raided and paraded as one of the unknown gunmen had been released after this newspaper reported about him and others. Ibegbulem is a permit holder, staff of an oil company at Bonny Island in Bayelsa State and a native of Ogwa community in Mbatoli, Imo State. He had returned to Imo State for the burial of his in-law, which was to take place on the May 28th, but was arrested in Owerri on the May 25th when he came to pick up some personal items needed for the burial. Police patrol personnel had pounced on him at gunpoint and arrested him. He was paraded same evening alongside 4 others. Ibegbulem is married to Onyekachi, who is 7 months pregnant, Sahara reporters had exposed in its reports. In the audio he did after his release, Ibegbulem narrated his sordid ordeal in the hands of the police. He said, "With little or no investigation, when they raided us, they tied me and others and drove straight to the State Criminal Investigation Department at Owerri. We were beaten and molested with our phones off and no sort of communication to any loved ones. 2 days later, we were asked to enter a vehicle, and it was after we crossed Onitsha that they told us we were being transferred to Abuja. Immediately we landed in Abuja, we were sent to an underground prison. While there, I was scared and hopeless, hoping that a miracle would happen. Later, the investigation police officer IPO in charge of my file summoned me and told me my case was a serious IPOB case, more like a kidnapping case. He asked me if my people could afford to pay 10 million naira as bail. I insisted I would not pay. I was bargaining for 800,000 naira on the second afternoon. I was fortunate to come across my uncle, a military officer who came around to the police headquarters in Abuja. He was shocked because he wasn't expecting anybody due to the lapse in communication. That was how they worked out on my bail. On the next day, I wrote a statement for the first time and I was granted bail. A report by the International Society for Civil Liberties and Rule of Law Civil Society and Research Group had detailed how the police and the army raided Southeast residents and labeled them as IPOB, Indigenous People of Biafra, and ESN members. In all this, we have received over 100 phone calls and messages from members of the public testifying in favor of the abducted and slain citizens named above. Intersociety hereby calls on the Nigeria Police Force and Nigeria Army to immediately and unconditionally release all the citizens arrested illegally. We urge them to desist from the perpetration of frame-ups and trumped-up allegations or charges, abductions and disappearances, extrajudicial killings, and other forms of genocidal operations going on in the Southeast, Intersociety had said. So can you see that it was just a miracle that the uncle of this guy just showed up? Do you know what could have happened? Do you know what could have happened? Do you know what could have happened? Your guess is as good as mine. You can imagine How do you expect people? Because when you begin to see, because that's why it is very, very easy now, because it is now a very, very lucrative business for the police now. And in as much the president and the IG of police has given the police to do whatever they want to do with them, it is harvest of getting more money. How do you expect Nigeria to trust these people? And I think for some time now, Loretta Onochi has not been helping them. Of course, there's no Twitter. Even before they banned Twitter, Loretta Onochi, I think before then, she has not been helping the police to repost. She will repost and repost. And they call themselves, I don't know, she calls herself mothers. And when they know quite all right that these people are not doing the right thing, all of them, yeah, of course, if she can support evil, when she sees black and she calls it white, so what do you expect? Anything goes. Anything goes. And at the end of the day, you know, people are just going to be a lot of people that have been wasted. A lot of people that have been wasted. You can imagine. It's just unfortunate. How do you expect people to not trust the judgment of the police? Any little thing. And that's how you see that they don't even go near, they don't go near Fulani estimate. They have never. And you expect, and those who think that, oh, they can always be supporting the government. Oh, the government, Buhari is doing this, Buhari is doing that. But even Buhari has come out to let the whole world knows that he's on the side of the S-men alone. For him to even say that they should go and bring the Gazette, the 1960 something, whatever, that he does not even believe in open grave. He's not supporting open grazing, meaning that he's not supporting the ban on open grazing, that there must be open grazing. So is that the kind of people you want to trust? The country is upside down. It's even worse. Before we were even battling with corruption and little insecurity, but now the corruption now is even by force. There's corruption at all levels, and coupled with the insecurity again, it's on another level. It's on another level again. You can imagine what this guy would have gone through, and they will tell you, oh, they are this. You can imagine, huh? And those people now, the rest people that they paraded this oil worker with, because they don't have anybody, nobody showed up for them. Nobody showed up for them. And majority of the people, their family members will not even be aware of this whole thing. And they will be looking for them. You can imagine. You can imagine. This Malam is saying that when you support evil, innocent people will also suffer from the consequences. Shun all evil irrespective of the color. That's what he's saying. Well, why are they not arresting people in bandits and Boko Haram terrorized areas and demanding money before they are released? The same double standard IPOB is clamoring for. Double standard we are talking about. If you believe that yes, they are this, you are arresting them, then why the ones that are, oh my god, this is, some people say that there are some things that you will just encounter, instead of you to cry or you hear or you just start laughing, because it's just so painful, and they are doing it and telling you that there is nothing you can do about it. Well, are you justifying the police for demanding 10 million naira before releasing the innocents? Okay, not all. If you have a child that is misbehaving and you don't talk to him, one day he will either disgrace you or not, or put you in trouble. Why are they not arresting people and bandits Boko Haram terrorizing the area in the north? Okay. The issue is that is right, Abi. A man be more you can a man be more confused than you? I guess no. When another Muslims becomes a peacemaker, Kasaladon boss be that too. You are clueless. What has this your meaningless comments get to do with disputes? I pity you and people who think like you. Police have done more harm than good to our people. Tomorrow someone will say those terrorist kidnappers in uniform deserve pity when killed. When you hear them kill or arrest ESN or IPOB, just know that it's a lie. They are only good at killing and arresting innocent people. That is why God will always punish them. You see the reason why Southeasterners are happy when the legal armed forces are gunned down. Millions of innocent citizens have lost their lives to these barbaric lies from police and army at large. Well, it's unfortunate that there's no difference between Nigeria security agencies and kidnappers, bandits, killer Esme, and Boko Haram. So they accuse him of kidnapping and demanding 10 million naira as bail instead. Is that not kidnapping itself? It's very scary that we have to worry not only about armed robbers and kidnappers, but also our security forces. Nigeria, which way? And no one is doing anything about it. This is the reason why the youth are protesting, but they say you cannot protest.